Ah, you're welcome. Tommy, Jock, Douglas. Well, I was asked to do this panel because I guess Western Mass Climber felt that he had more of a story to tell than was already told. Literally, he said, throw up a panel right now. I'll tell the fucking, as if there was more. And maybe there is. So here we sit, waiting for Western Mass Climber to, throw back some booze. By which I mean, like, finish off half a can of Coors Light and hop on this panel. In the meantime, I pinned the link just for the fucking hell of it, because I don't like to host panels. Like, I don't like streaming out the rest of it. Jock! What's up, Jock? Your mic.
Hello. Hello. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Feel the dead air, bro. What do I look like? MMA consultant, Tommy?
Where's Western?
I don't know. I need to text. 1 second. Yeah, here. Feel the dead air for 1 second. Oh, shit. Douglas is here. Damn. This full house. Like TNK. What do you know about TNK, Tommy? I
Don't do that nothing like TNK.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I mean, flat earther, fucking bestiality. Dude's fucking 2 wrongs don't make it right.
Is everything you wish you were?
I mean, maybe in his fucking, the freedom of his insanity. Like, fucking rubber room, dude. That's a freedom all its own, dude. We'll never know.
Where's Western? I need to know what he has to
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. Where's Western, ladies and gentlemen? I'm sure Western will be coming in, ladies and gentlemen.
I just texted him. I mean, bro, it's like, it's not very often that Western's wish is my command like that, so,
Yeah, I texted him too, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope he doesn't, get some weird trick out of making me create a panel and then not showing up for it.
Yeah,
I won't show up and, tell further details.
Yeah, we'll see if he shows up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm alright.
So you're high right now? I'm sorry, what did you say?
Oh, no, I was just telling somebody I was live right now.
Doug was talking to somebody else, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, Feck, why are you just typing periods or whatever the fuck that is?
Dude, I mean, what are you talking about here, Giuliano?
Yeah, I should have zoomed in more.
What do you mean typing periods?
It's like a punctuation mark of any kind from YouTube and see all the quasi dark web shit that comes up.
Giuliani's always talking about, getting the spelling, correct. And you can't put periods in, in chat. It's all the Giuliani rules, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like,
it's like weird shit.
It's some weird stuff, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not like fucking child porn or anything. It's fucking just it's weird.
Today's going to be educational video, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank Giuliano Argenti.
It's like lost media shit.
Teeny, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like
for the usage of the footage here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be educational. There's Doug, ladies and gentlemen. The double eye emoji, ladies and gentlemen. Doug's throwing in the double eye emoji, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit just being off. You should have known 12 steps before the fucking incident.
Hey, is my audio too loud?
No, Doug, your audio's just fine, ladies and gentlemen. Can everybody hear Doug, ladies and gentlemen?
which is some shit about. Yeah, Tom, what were we talking about when fucking you were telling me about that? You're like, that girl fucking plays. He's like, yeah, this girl I know, and you were trying to played Halo for that reason. And I forget what the conversation was before that.
We're talking about tits again. Are you gonna go on another fucking 20-minute rant about?
No,
it fucking implies the air of fucking innocence, dude.
We got the head stepper, ladies and gentlemen.
Was that? I mean, what did I say? Something implies that
You said like, yeah,
well, yeah, but by innocence,
Simon Feck's doing a meet and greet. International Fight Week, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously out in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to get more people than Moss. Moss from the MMA Holes, ladies and gentlemen. He's making T-shirts. People are buying T-shirts. People are buying airline fare and everything to go out there. We're gonna have to beat Moss, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a head-to-head competition out there, ladies and gentlemen. But today, Western Mass Climber, ladies and gentlemen, is going to give us an earful, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be something here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see who'll be stopping by, checking in on the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Western wanted me to do this, ladies and gentlemen. He gave me an Instagram and he said, Feck, make sure you do the stream, ladies and gentlemen, and set everything straight. And I was like, sure thing, Western. Hopefully he'll come in and we can go over everything that went wrong in this stream here from Giuliano Argenti, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Let's go. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen.
By innocence, I don't mean like I'm not saying that in like a creepy way. I mean innocence, like as in not like whorish. You get me? You know, like a girl can be wholesome and also like hot, like have an air of wholesomeness. You know, versus like some filthy slut. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not, obviously it's not binary like that. You know, there's middle ground, of course, but.
What's wrong with your voice, John? Speak with your balls.
Your balls, yeah. Yeah, Western led with his balls in the fucking that night. He just didn't know. Oh my god.
Here in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this was for educational purposes only, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Okay. Giuliani's going to set the stage here in a minute, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to cut. We're going to cut to the chase, ladies and gentlemen, go up to about the 20-minute mark here in a minute. Hold on. Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. You may never play cribbage again, and if you've never played cribbage, you may never play cribbage ever in your life, ladies and gentlemen. It's a life event you might want to skip, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, dude. Weston had no idea. He did.
He did. Yes, he.
See, maybe he. That's right. See, that's what's so.
I'm sorry. What, like?
Yeah, no, I know.
What is he doing? Getting drunk, taking drugs alone, and crashing at a gay guy's house. He was.
You say that he never should have told the story. I say that he should have told the story. What he never should have, the detail that he never should have said.
But why should he have told the story?
That's right. That's right. Head standard. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a tongue twister right there. That's right. Yep. Western Mass Climber, ladies and gentlemen. Later on, he's going to give out the address. We're going to try to delete the address of the actual crime, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? But Western did get a hold of me. Head standard, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. He got a hold of me about this here live stream, ladies and gentlemen. And he was like, hey, Feck, set the record straight. And I was like, absolutely, Western.
Well, because I mean, whatever. It's like sometimes
he's clearly really unhappy about people knowing about it.
Well, Okay, fair, but like, what I'm saying is the detail that really he should have never said was that he knew the guy was gay beforehand. That's where that's where it becomes like a fucking hold on, dude. Like it's like Western. It's like what other incidents are you?
And like changing the beers. That's another weird detail.
Oh, he just texted me. He needs 5 minutes.
Why? What's wrong? You never went and just kind of spent the night at a gay customer's house?
Gay customer. I think it was a coworker. But it's like no. He said he sold him weed.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen. I think Simon Feck's going to have to creep into the educational live streams, ladies and gentlemen. Because the smartest guy that I know that's on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely, let me read it again, head standard. That's a tough one to say, ladies and gentlemen. But it's already seeping into his brain, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I mean, sooner or later here, it's going to take off like a rocket, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see why. You'll see why Simon Feck has to bring this to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it was, but well, yeah, he said he sold him weed, but he worked with the guy. It's so funny to say coworker because they like climb trees and like saw shit. Just such like a, but that, I mean, whatever, it's fine. I mean, see that part of the shit's fine. It's the fucking, it's the fact that like
Well, the tree part actually is the part that I'm really just, I don't know, just doesn't sit well with me. I don't like that. The whole tree part.
it skeeves you out.
Yeah.
What about the tree? Like, is it because it's like
just about throwing trees and getting trees involved is really unsettling me.
because trees are part of trees. Yeah. But no, I get it because trees are part of nature, and the homoeroticism of the story is so unnatural. And like,
the tree's kind of a phallic symbol too.
I mean,
What?
Yeah, what? I mean, it has branches and shit. Jesus, what kind of trees are you? I mean, what's there just climb dick-shaped trees? It's like a fucking like it's like a gay music video parody. Like everything's dick-shaped in this fucking like they're playing chess instead of cribbage, and it's all like fucking marble like dicks for pieces. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I was liking some of your ideas earlier about him like piecing together the clues like a detective movie.
Yeah, dude, it's because he's so naive. If we're giving him the benefit of the doubt, right? Because it's like all the shit, all the signals he missed, like the night before at the pool hall bar, where the guy shows him how to hold the pool cue. All like,
just imagine him like waking up being like, my fly's undone. There's teeth marks.
fly and belt buckle, like the belt buckle clasp clangs when he goes to like turn over to like put his shoes on. He's like, what the fuck?
Come into the realization as it all dawns on you. Like you know that meme where somebody's thinking and it shows like all the numbers and shit rushing past them.
Yeah. Yo, Feck, keep it in your pants, dude. You said 5 minutes, 2 minutes ago is what actually happened. Jesus.
Man, Giuliani, man, he's like a drill sergeant around here, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I got my fatigues on. I'm ready for battle tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready for battle. I don't know who's going to battle, but you know it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. You know it's coming. Who's it going to be from? It's going to be from Giuliano Argenti himself, ladies and gentlemen. Mass climber asked for this personally, ladies and gentlemen, to keep the education up and up to date, ladies and gentlemen.
Feck's chomping at the bit over here. He needs more fucking material for AI shit.
That's got a full cramped schedule.
Gilly, who's the fourth person we've got in here?
I don't know. It says head stepper, but it's not Douglas's and they've muted their microphone. It's probably a troll. Because look at the picture. Probably fine. It's probably Hunt's alert ass. See, Jack, the thing is, like, you know, it's like I get I get your thing to, like, just play devil's advocate for anybody who comes to me with animosity, but, like, Hunt's really
I was just asking a question.
No, yeah. I mean, dude, I'll answer it.
Playing it out.
Bro, is that me with the fucking...
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said it's probably Hunt because of those gay AI videos of you and me and Tersey and shit. I had this comment up before he said 5 minutes. Oh, I didn't know he said 10 to 15. What are you messaging you, Feck? Are you busting his balls to get over here?
No,
I mean, Western Mass Climber does more texting behind the scenes than he does during the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever become a good friend of his, you'll know that he does more texting behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, Western must do a lot of things behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's only apparent, ladies and gentlemen, like right now. We're only sitting at like 3 high at the moment right now, ladies and gentlemen. And one of them appears to be Douglas, and the other one probably starts with a W, and then the other one starts with an M. It's like you take the W and you turn it upside down, you get an M. You take the M and you turn it upside down, and you get a W, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we know exactly who is in this live stream, ladies and gentlemen.
he said in the chat he needed 10 to 15, but then you took 10 to 15 to fucking start the panel.
Yeah, well, I mean, did you see the topical thumbnail I put together?
Let's move it on, ladies and gentlemen.
I did see the thumbnail. Western's fucking cue ball-esque head. Yeah.
Dude,
Somewhere around here, ladies and gentlemen.
I heard that the line significantly moved in favor of Moicano, like right before the fight, like enough to where like it raises like alarms and shuts down the books. I think.
Well, Douglas, which line though? At that point, you're talking about the book line, the poly market line. Like, I mean,
the betting line.
Well, yeah, but there's two. So there's now that there are predictions markets that are readily available to people. Here, we can talk about some other time. Western Mass. What a cribbage beautiful of the greater Pittsfield area. Thank you.
King of the cribbage.
And if y'all look though, that happened to every fight that ended up getting investigated, where the money line or whatever moved, and then the person ended up losing.
Well, I mean, that can happen though. Right up to that happened with O'Malley and Marab. It happens because it's like because the thing is like, dude, live betting starts as soon as the fucking as soon as they like the first round starts. So it's like mad like a shitload of traffic's going in on the lines right before. So you can actually
there was nothing in the fight itself.
Just like before this stream ends, Simon Feck might need a security guard, ladies and gentlemen. But listen here. Simon Feck's going to need a security guard when he's out there at International Fight Week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen. And then Moss is going to have his big crew of people out there, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be going to some events with Moss, too, and his gang, ladies and gentlemen. But Simon Feck knows all the fighters, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck knows everybody who owns all the good gyms out there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about like Randy Couture and everything like that, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully Doug. Hopefully Doug's going to hang out with Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be something, ladies and gentlemen. The meet and greet with Simon Feck is going to be on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday too, ladies and gentlemen. Starstruck, ladies and gentlemen. Star packed, ladies and gentlemen. We're not just going to an event, ladies and gentlemen, and just walking around, ladies and gentlemen. We're hanging out behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen.
Elf, I thought.
Yeah.
Like a fix as well.
Yeah, no,
like
I'm not saying that
one
fucking
thing if
Duncan is
Duncan
like.
was
But the people hanging out with Simon Feck at the meet and greet at International Fight Week, ladies and gentlemen, has to be somebody that's been nice to Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been mean to Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen, you might as well forget it, ladies and gentlemen.
do his thing, but it wasn't. Duncan was trying to establish dominance on the feet, and he couldn't really get it going because Moicano was just jabbing his face to pieces.
I mean, you see when they Weston.
Did you believe in Duncan? When I thought he could beat Moicano. I was thinking like all week that Duncan would win, and within the day, I said, "Nah."
Is that my security guard right there?
He's gonna finish him.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I don't think it was because Moicano's experienced is why he won. I just think Duncan is a fundamentally flawed fighter.
Well, I mean, it's kind of.
I think I wasn't really acknowledging that before
That's gonna be it right there, Douglas.
I knew what problems he had as a fighter, but I guess we didn't really.
When do we get to the good stuff here, ladies and gentlemen?
It's the coconut rum liqueur.
Oh!
Hold up. Wow.
Yo, Snip.
Kind of gay.
Yo, Sniff, Sniff, would you ever drink coconut rum liqueur, Sniff? Like back when you were in
You
combat?
gotta do 3 parts of each.
Usually Simon Feck's pretty good about putting everything together, right? So a few things happened today. Who cares? Whatever. Kind of winging it, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, here's where Western, when somebody has had such a traumatic experience, ladies and gentlemen, as Western Mass Climber did, ladies and gentlemen. And apparently you gotta get quite drunk before you start telling the story, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're at right here. He's explaining that he tilted the bottle back and just drank it straight out of the bottle, ladies and gentlemen. Getting ready to get into this traumatic story, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, educational purposes only. It's very dramatic to people. Ladies and gentlemen, guess who just came in, ladies and gentlemen? Anakin, ladies and gentlemen. And just like Giuliano Argenti would say, ladies and gentlemen, how old are you? This is an 18 and up Anakin, the guy that went to play college basketball and, high school basketball. You would think he's over 18 years old, but he could have been, what is it? What's the word when you're like the greatest thing on earth or whatever? A prodigy, ladies and gentlemen. Could have been a basketball prodigy, and at age 12, he made pro, ladies and gentlemen.
And then a 50-50 blend of pineapple and orange juice.
Actually sounds
with some lime juice. Yeah, rum.
Where's Myla?
Yeah. Like, you ever fuck with a red devil?
Okay, Annika, where's she at? Where's private chat? Where is she? She ain't here. She ain't here, dude. That's right. Anthony Smith is fighting right now. Hey, I actually know that guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Devil, though?
That's like I've never heard of that.
You're
it's an old school. It's like a Long Island iced tea, but like with more shit in it. Fucking.
Check my private chat. Myla's in there. Anakin, man, you pulled a fast one on Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, one of those will get you fucked up. It's called a Red Devil.
Damn, I wish I would have known about that before I quit drinking.
Doug wanted to get one good last drink in before he quit drinking 6 years ago, ladies and gentlemen.
Drinking, Doug.
Been about 6 years, I think.
Simon Feck knows his stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Man, ladies and gentlemen, let's hold up right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I let our guest in, ladies and gentlemen, and before I give an introduction to our guest, ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that in this video right here so far, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't missed anything because Western Mass Climber has only said a couple words basically about the drinks that he ingested, ladies and gentlemen, before he got into a story, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the girl who quit today, kicked, ladies and gentlemen. The girl who deleted her Kick account, ladies and gentlemen. The girl who stole the clown show and made it better, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Myla Stoner. Unless, ladies and gentlemen, unless this is a fake Myla Stoner, we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Myla Stoner.
Feck, you honor me.
What's up?
You honor me. I really appreciate your introduction.
Very good.
That was very sweet and surprising. I wanted to come on your show today because I do think I need to apologize for hurting you. Like I feel like I've done something to you, and I wanna be held accountable for it because I am leaving the community. But I'm also a person with strong faith, and I don't think it's right to go around hurting people, even if it is online.
I mean, okay, I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Can you tell me what I did to really trigger you?
Oh, I mean, the list goes on. It's huge.
Okay, I don't mean to laugh. I kind of thought it was because of Bodak stream.
What happened in the Bodak stream?
Bodak was, I think you felt like Bodak was prioritizing my chat, and you started to call Bodak out and said, like, why do you keep highlighting Myla's chat? And why do you keep, is this like a one-on-one conversation with you and Myla? And I feel like ever since then, I haven't been in your, you haven't really liked me. But I could be completely wrong.
Well, I don't remember that. And then, I mean, I try to have a fun time, and that, to me, that sounds like I was just being facetious. Really, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I really don't know you, Simon Feck. Like, I did watch some of your streams. Like, there is um a couple of your shorts that I did like that I thought actually were really funny. But I don't really know you that much. So if
Okay,
I
so,
did something, just tell me.
well, I planned on like doing 4 or 5 videos per person, let's say. And then
On what?
I planned on doing like 4 or 5 videos.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I'm getting an echo. I don't know if you are.
Oh, it might be me actually.
Okay. But I planned on doing like 4 or 5 videos to each person, right? And then you and I were in Giuliani's chat. And then you said, I don't know, something like, you're going to do another video on me? And I said, no, I'm done. You said you wanted me to do more videos. Then I did more videos. Then I started getting flack for it. I can't hear you.
Yeah, fact. I think you're probably right. I don't remember that scenario specifically, but it's definitely something that I would say because I noticed recently that I will get rage baited. Like, there's people who will message me or comment on some of my videos and saying, hey, did you see this or see that? And I just get really frustrated. So I probably did say that. And it's not cool. I can admit that.
Well, I mean, you probably said what? I don't, but you did ask me to do more videos, and then I don't know where to go with it after a while, and there's only so much character to each person. So
Okay. Are you Enigma Demise?
no.
Okay, because I remember saying something like that to Enigma Demise, like to make me better looking, but I might be getting a little confused. Regardless, fact, like, is that what triggered you, or is there something else that I did?
It's not one specific thing, but I don't want to bring like other people's names in, but I guess I have to. Like, say, like Doug. Doug, a few days back, he said if he was a girl or you were a guy, he would whip your ass, right? Because you are so abrasive. I mean, it just people keep telling you this over and over and over again. You don't know if this is like a guy's world, and you are way crossing the line. I mean, it's like you know it,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah, okay,
do.
all
I
right.
You're right about that. Like, Doug's not the only one. There's been multiple people who have wanted to beat me up, men, because of some of the things that I've said, but I I really did think that this was all a gimmick and a part of a character. I really did. Up until recently. So it's not okay. Like, I say some things that really do piss people off and hurt people, and it's not a show for everybody else. So I you're right about that. I don't talk like that in my real life.
Well, I mean, it is a show, right? But there's always a but, right? And then so so I hurt people's feelings too. So I mean, I'm in the same boat, right? So I tried to do it where I could take things down, and then, but I'm pretty well invested into you now. It's not like taking 5 videos down. It might be like 25, but okay.
I mean, like I said, lately people have been telling me about your videos and it's causing me to crash out. I don't feel like I haven't really been going live lately, but I have said some things that aren't okay. I've been sensitive.
Okay. So when I say okay, so I do stuff that's not right. It's obvious when you're all of us that are doing this thing here, it hurts people. Okay. But one thing, I'm scared for people like Anakin. And I don't know if this guy is actually in love with you, but you got to watch out. Like, some people are fragile. And then when they're fragile, certain things can happen to them. I don't know. I don't want to like fully explain it or anything. And why do I care about Anakin? I don't know why I care about Anakin or anybody else, but myself, I mean, it's like, I haven't really thought about it, but it's like at one point it started, and then I'm like, okay, well, be done with it. And then, of course, maybe other people are talking to you, but I want you to stop, but you won't stop. It starts again. You started first in my world. You started first. I answered. Then you go. Then I answered. Then you go. That's the way it keeps going. If you stop talking about me, it's done.
Well, fact, to just the Anakin being in love with me thing, like, I really have no comment on that because all that's personal. But the part about him being fragile, like, would it be so crazy to believe that I might be fragile?
Yeah, but I mean, I have to keep going back to Doug because I listen to Doug, right? I go back to Doug, and then Doug says that you're way you go way past the line. I mean, you think the clown is like a mean guy. You maybe you don't understand. Maybe you don't listen back to your stuff.
I
You said
don't.
you don't like listening back to your stuff, but you got to listen to it once in a while. You are fivefold of what the clown does, and people want to kick the clown's ass.
Simon, that
What?
it hurts me to hear you say that because one, I don't listen back to my streams, and two, I felt today that people really do hate me. I felt it. And that's why I'm leaving. That's why I did all that goodbye stream. Like, I know people really hate my guts. It's not a show. Like, I'm deeply hated. And I don't like that. I'm sorry.
The very first stream you did, I didn't know you were live, I guess, during the night. And then I turn on in the morning and I go, wow, there she is. I go in there, I say one thing in the chat, you're telling your mods, you know what to do. I mean, you were so mean to me at the beginning, but who cares, right? That was no big deal. It's just, I mean, oh, yeah. All right, here's like how to pinpoint it. And you're going to say that you don't do this, but this is me thinking of what's going on, and I know when something's a lie when it's about me. But you make up lies that the person that the lies are against, they can't defend it. That's the number one thing right there.
Okay, so if I said that during my first live stream, about you, like, you know what to do, that's just something that I was saying as like a gimmick. Like, you
Yeah,
know what to do.
I figured that out later.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I never banned you. I don't like to ban anybody, but I've never banned you. And I'm sorry that I made you feel unwelcome because that's
You
not
never.
okay.
That was it. I typed in probably 3 sentences and then the fourth sentence, and it was all within like 3 minutes. And your very first stream was the only time I went in your stream. Oh wait, one other time I said I wanted to close the show out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one other time. That was it 2 times. So I mean, I didn't go in there. That's because
And that's not the type of, I guess I'm not clown, like clown can do all that and it's not that big of a deal. Like, I guess people don't take it too sensitive, but I was doing my own gimmick and it was coming off the wrong way.
I don't know. It's a delicate thing. It's delicate, and then clown goes over the line sometimes, and some people get mad at him. But I think today or last night or today or whatever, Douglas again. I think Douglas said it could have been somebody else, but you have not just like one person mad at you, and you don't have like 8 people mad at you. You go down the line. I think you got everybody. I mean, I don't want to be mean to you or anything like that, but I mean, there's a pattern there.
I know. I felt it too. It was unsettling.
Okay, I remember what set me off. I remember it now. You know what it is, right?
No, tell me.
Okay. So I go and I look at your live stream. And right at that very time I turn it on, it could have been 7 hours into it. It could have been 12 hours. It could have been 5 hours. I don't know what it is. Right when I turned it on, it was like, is that him? And it was like you're talking about like in the private chat. Is that him, Giuliani? And then he looks down and then he shakes his head. Yeah, that's him. And it was Jock Giuliani.
Okay.
Huh?
I know exactly what you're talking
Okay.
about. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So basically what that is somebody asked. Then I had to rewind it back like a couple minutes, and I'm like, wow, I was right. I mean, I just felt it was about me, and yep, it was about me. And then later on that night, I get a Facebook indication. I mean, that set
Okay.
me off because I mean, that's it. It set me off, and you're supposed to be an enigma, okay?
Well, Simon,
I guess maybe I'm supposed to be an enigma too. You shouldn't be asking what people's personal information
no,
is.
Simon, there's a big misunderstanding here.
No, there isn't.
You could talk to Jock about this.
Okay.
There is a huge misunderstanding. We weren't talking about you. We were actually talking about Enigma Demise.
Okay.
I won't reveal who that person is or who
Also,
Giuliano.
I mean, so you know who that person or who was
It was
talking to you.
Giuliano had mentioned it in the chat, and that's what Jock and I were looking at. But it wasn't. We weren't talking about you. We were talking about Enigma Demise.
Okay. Well, that same night, somebody with your fake, I don't know, what is it? Your Enigma name, Myla Stoner. That person came into my Facebook that night.
And what did they do?
I had put it on lockdown because of what happened previous. So I put it in lockdown. And then you can't
Okay,
really see anything. As far as I know, I've checked it out with other people's Facebooks and tried
I
to look
see.
in there. And then a lot of times that Facebook will show you like 8 pictures, but then if you click on to be a friend, it'll show you a lot more in a lot of cases. And that's what people do. They click on, look around, click out, and it doesn't probably give an indication every time, but it gave an indication of this person with the same name as you.
I understand where you're coming from, Simon. And I know
No
it might
matter
seem
no
crazy.
no matter what the Jock and the Giuliani thing is, and then I mistook it. That evening I got that indication.
I understand. I completely understand why you would think all that. And why you'd even think that I'd be so evil to try to dox you or jeopardize your own enigma. But honestly, like, I'm really not an evil person like that. I would never do that to anybody, especially you. Like, you actually have an enigma. You don't show yourself because that's a part of your character. I don't do that. I really would never, ever, ever do that. And I know I say some crazy things, but I have been thinking that have certain boundaries that I don't cross. But clearly, those boundaries really aren't that great. Like, I don't like to say that I'll ever end somebody's life. And I don't like to talk about people's physical appearances. But I do say some other terrible things. And for that, I'm sorry. And Simon, like, I really would never try to dox you or hurt you.
Okay, but somebody with the same name came in my Facebook. I don't want to keep going over and over about it, but
I hear you on that,
okay. And then here's another thing. See, because I'm gonna have to like get into like the doxing thing too, talking about you when I start explaining things. But when you first came around, it could have been somebody else with the same name too, but explaining where they came from and stuff like that. And I'm like, I know where that is. Let me just put it that way. I know where that is. I know where that is. And they're like small time things. It's not like talking about New York City or Denver, where Vinny's from or something, but it was little tiny things. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
know where that is. Nobody else did. That's why it locked in my head. And then later on down the road, here comes this person into my Facebook account. The person with your what is it? Your Enigma name and everything. And then that person didn't want people talking, bothering them, but they happen to talk to you. I don't know how they talk to you, but they talk to you. But that same person seems to be pretty curious with me.
But they didn't actually reach out to you because you shut your account down, right?
Well, they clicked where they wanted to be my friend, and then I would have to accept it.
Oh, okay.
And then I see the indication. I go and I check it out, and then it was withdrawn. But the thing is the indication was already sent to me.
Right. Well, I can assure you, like, you don't have to believe me. I know it doesn't really sound like you want to believe me, but I can assure you that it wasn't me. There's been people that have been creating like YouTube accounts with my
Okay.
name,
Yeah,
but
that's possible.
the
That's
whole
possible. But
Facebook
this one
thing is
has history.
crazy.
But it has history. It's been somebody made a fake account years back. I mean, I don't know how old it is, but that's all.
I promise you, I would never try to do that. Like, I was curious about you and I wanted to interview you. Like, I remember I reached out to you privately when you said you wanted to close the show because I do think you're interesting, but I never took it offline.
Okay. So then to me that was the strike. And
Yeah.
then I answer. And then it keeps going. I'm calling you a strike the next time. And then I answer. It just keeps going like that. I mean, I want to be done with it because every time I do it, it's nothing but bringing up me, which would be in the doxing area. So, you know what I
I
mean?
don't like that. I don't like doxing. I don't like any of that. And I do think there are people in this community that do love to manipulate and they love the drama and they're really good at it. They're professional trolls, in my opinion. I don't know who's out there doing it. I have my suspicions of people, but at this point, it's beyond me. Like, there are a few people that I talk to offline, and I promise you, like, I don't talk about you. They don't talk about YouTube drama or anything like this on the regular.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, talking about a carousel, the carousel between you and I can end, but nobody's gonna let it go. Like there's like a clown, right? A clown's gonna be talking about how boring this live stream is, right? I already know he's gonna say that, right? But he's gonna be bringing this up. Other people are gonna probably be bringing this up. It's never ending. It's just never ending. But hopefully you can stop. I don't know, talking about me. I'll stop. You stop. I stop.
I will stop. Like, I don't want to hurt you. And personally, I've never been one to care about what anybody has to say, like, about anybody that I talk to. And if Clown gives you a hard time about that, I apologize in advance.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying he's going to be bringing it up, and
I know
then
you will, and that's fine.
but if you could just say, I don't, I'm moving on. I don't want to talk about Simon Feck anymore. And then if he ever asks me, I'll say I'm not going to talk about her anymore. That's it. Done. I gotta move on. I gotta do other people. I can't stick with the same person. I'm getting bored with it. But I'm firing back.
Okay, and for the record, like, I'm saying it now, like, I don't have a problem with Simon Feck. I'm not talking about Simon Feck in a negative way. It's
Okay.
done.
All right. Very good. It's done. See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, Where's Western, ladies and gentlemen? Where is Western, ladies and gentlemen? Get this little pussy boy on here, ladies and gentlemen. Western, the next stream's for you. Make sure you show up, bitch. You hear me?